Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we sometimes, even the biggest names in tech, can't escape a little bit of drama. Today, we're diving into a current report from Airbnb Incorporated, or Airbnb as we might call it on the street. This isn't a massive financial statement, but it does spill the beans on a significant leadership change that could ripple through the company. So what exactly is this filing? A Form 8K is basically the current report for publicly traded companies. Think of it like breaking news for corporate America, when something important happens that shareholders need to know about, but it is not part of the regular quarterly or annual check-ins. Out comes an 8K, and this one dropped on the 18th of November 2025. With the earliest event happening on that same day. Now, who are we talking about here? It's Airbnb, the travel giant that changed how many of us book accommodations and experiences. Most of us know them for their platform connecting hosts and travelers, but behind the scenes, Therese a whole operation. The big news in this particular report centers around a key executive departure. It falls under the section that deals with changes in directors or officers, and that is exactly what has happened here. This is the core of the announcement. Aristotle Balog, the Chief Technology Officer or CTO of Airbnb, is stepping down from his role. Now, the good news for Airbnb is that this isn't an abrupt exit where he's packing his bags tomorrow. He's planning to leave his CTO position in December of 2025. But he is going to stick around in a different capacity. He has agreed to stay on as an advisor, not in an executive role anymore, until at least February of 2026. This is super important because it means he'll be helping to make that transition as smooth as possible, sharing his knowledge and ensuring business continuity. The report also includes a thank you note to Mr. Balog, acknowledging his 7 years of service and his leadership as CTO. 7 years is a significant chunk of time, especially in the fast-paced tech world, and it suggests he has been instrumental in shaping Airbnb's technology strategy during a period of massive growth and change for the company. Just for context, Airbnb stock, known by its ticker symbol AB&B, is traded on the Nasdaq stock market. This CTO role is critical for any tech company, and especially for Airbnb, where technology is at the very heart of its business model. Think about the app, the website, the data management, the security, and all the innovative features they roll out. The CTO is the person steering that ship. Now, like most filings, this one includes a standard disclaimer about forward-looking statements. This basically means that some of the statements made in the report, particularly those about the future, like Mr. Balog's continued advisory role, are based on current expectations and could be subject to change. There are always risks and uncertainties that can affect a company's actual results. And Airbnb reminds everyone to check their other filings with the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC. For more details on those risks, they're basically saying, hey, we're optimistic about this transition, but the future is always a bit unpredictable. So, what does this all mean for Airbnb? A CTO is responsible for the company's entire technology infrastructure and development. Their departure, even with an advisory role, signifies a major shift. Mr. Balog has been there for 7 years. A period where Airbnb has navigated everything from rapid global expansion to the significant challenges posed by the pandemic and its subsequent recovery. His leadership likely played a huge role in how Airbnb scaled its platform, handled massive user growth, and continued to innovate. The fact that they are keeping him on in an advisory capacity suggests a desire for a smooth handover and to retain his valuable institutional knowledge. It is a smart move that can help mitigate the disruption that often comes with a CTO leaving. It shows they are prioritizing continuity in their tech strategy, which is crucial for a company like Airbnb that relies so heavily on its digital infrastructure. We don't have deep financial tables in this particular 8K, which is common for this type of report that focuses on executive changes. However, we can infer the importance of this role. The technologies that Mr. Balog helped build and manage are directly tied to Airbnb's ability to generate revenue, manage listings, process bookings, ensure user safety, and develop new product features to stay ahead of competitors like Booking Holdings. A seamless tech operation means a seamless customer experience, which is the bedrock of their business. Looking at the broader picture, this departure comes at a time when the travel industry is continuing its recovery and evolving. Companies like Airbnb are constantly innovating to attract both hosts and travelers. Having a stable and forward-thinking technology leadership is paramount. While we can't see specific numbers here, the stability provided by this transitional arrangement is in itself a positive indicator for operational continuity. Now, let's talk about what this means for Airbnb's direction. A change at the top of technology can signal a shift in focus. Will the new CTO bring a fresh perspective that leads to new innovations? Perhaps in areas like artificial intelligence or enhanced user personalization, or will the focus remain on optimizing the existing platform for efficiency and growth, the kind of steady hand Mr. Balog likely provided? The choice of his successor will be very telling. The risks here are obvious. Any leadership transition carries a risk of disruption. If the transition isn't managed well, or if the new CTO doesn't align with the company's vision, it could impact product development, system stability, or even team morale. However, Airbnb seems to be mitigating this by retaining Mr. Balog's expertise for a few more months. On the opportunity side, a new CTO can be a catalyst for innovation. With the travel market remaining dynamic, Airbnb needs to stay at the cutting edge. This leadership change could usher in a new era of technological advancements that further solidify their market position and attract new users. In conclusion, this 8K filing is less about the nitty-gritty financials and more about the human element of running a massive tech company. Airbnb is navigating a significant leadership change in a pivotal role. The way they manage this transition will be key to their continued success. Keeping Mr. Balog on as an advisor is a prudent step, and all eyes will be on who they choose to lead their technology future. Alright, that is our breakdown of Airbnb's latest current report. What is your take on this leadership change and what it signals for the company's future? Do you think it's a smooth transition or a sign of bigger changes to come? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives into the corporate world. And if you want to join a community discussing these kinds of insights, check out the Discord link in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.